Hi, Neal here with Piano Bench Chat number, I don't know what it is, for April 2024. And that is some amazingly powerful music from the very end of Act 2 of Giacomo Puccini's opera Tosca, which I am in the middle of right now as I'm speaking to you. It's just the second day of rehearsals for this opera that Dayton Opera will be doing later on in the month of April. And I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about Tosca and this really just amazing piece of theater with music. I know there are lots of people who aren't big fans of opera or just can't figure out why are these people singing. And I would just say, if you've ever had even the slightest doubt about opera, and I'll confess, there have been times and certain nights and certain productions I've seen over the years where I've had my doubts. Tosca is a piece that could make you see what opera can be. It's a story that just grabs you by the throat from the very beginning. It is incredibly exciting. It's incredibly dramatic. It just starts off like a bat out of hell and sweeps you along with a story about politics and love and betrayal and evil and good against evil, and it's really something. And we have got, for Dayton Opera's production, just an amazing cast. Just after a day and a half of rehearsals, I'm just so excited hearing these people sing and watching them act. You really sense that they are 100% committed to telling this story to you. And one of the amazing things about Tosca, as opposed to many other operas, it's set not in, antiquity, gods and things like that up on Mount Olympus. It's set at a very particular time, a very particular place. Rome, June 17th, 1800. The day of the resolution of a very big battle during the Napoleonic Wars. And the politics of it is, I've read about it and I still don't understand all the politics. But in any event, it was a very important day, and there are these events which take place before your very eyes on stage, essentially in real time. The opera begins at about noon on June 17th, 1800, and ends a little bit after 4 a.m. on June 18th, 1800, so less than 24 hours. And it is a little bit like 24, that show that Kiefer Sutherland was in, that just sort of goes and pulls you along. Unlike, one of the things that a lot of people find difficult about opera is that sometimes the time scale is so, why does it take you so long to say anything? And the thing is, in Tosca, things happen pretty much at real speed. People talk at real speed, they act at real speed. Yes, there are times when they sing rhapsodically and tell you what they're doing, or they have a big love duet. But you don't feel like time is moving slowly. You feel like you are actually seeing every second of that day unfold exactly as it unfolds for those characters. And I think that's one reason why it's such a compelling story. But the real reason is the music. Now, that music that I was playing, kind of badly, but gives you an impression, that's music that Puccini wrote for the very end of the second act. Now, I'm going to give some spoilers away here, but come on, you come to the theater and you open the program and the synopsis is there. So you're going to find out that at the end of Act 2, Tosca, an opera singer, who is the title role in the story, of course, is, attacked by the very evil police chief of Rome, Vitellio Scarpia. And just as he's about to have his way with her, she takes a knife off the dining table in his office and stabs him in the chest and kills him. And this is the music that Puccini wrote for the scene after she kills him, as she leaves the office and cleans up the scene of her killing of the police chief. Tosca was based on a very famous and sort of sensational play by the playwright Vittorio Sardou called La Tosca. And many people in Rome in 1900, when Puccini wrote this piece, had seen the opera, had seen the play, and especially had seen it in a production with the great actress Sarah Bernhardt as Tosca. And after killing Scarpia in the play, Bernhardt herself created this, I don't know how long it was probably a minute-long scene played in complete silence, where she cleans the blood off the knife, puts the knife back on the table, takes a candlestick from the table, puts it to the left of Scarpia's head on the floor as he lies there, takes the other candlestick, places it to the right of his head. Now I just did it backwards, of course, but you'll forgive me. And then she sees a crucifix on the wall, and she takes the crucifix off the wall and places the crucifix on Scarpia's chest. And then, having been startled by a sound, she looks around and quietly leaves the room. And Sarah Bernhardt did this all in silence. And in the last few pages of the second act of the opera, Puccini writes down, because he'd seen the play, he writes down exactly what Sarah Bernhardt did, all of the stage directions for the entire scene that Sarah Bernhardt had played in silence, except that music that you heard is what goes on in the background. And it's so much more effective when you feel the emotion and the sorrow. I mean, Tosca is not, I mean, she's happy that she killed him instead of being raped by him, but she feels guilt for having committed this murder, even though it was in self-defense. And I think that's one reason why she does this kind of religious display with the candles and especially with the crucifix, and then she departs. It's an incredible story. It will sound fabulous with our great singers and with the wonderful musicians of the Dayton Philharmonic in the pit, instead of me banging away at the piano. If you're anywhere close to Dayton on April 20th and 21st, I think those are the dates, check out Tosca. If you've ever been dubious about the notion of opera, come and check out Tosca, and you will see just what a powerful experience opera can be when you've got great story, great singers, great musicians, and great music to tell the story. Have a wonderful April, and I will see you for the next Piano Bench Chat in May. And now I'll play you the closing music of Act 2 of Tosca.